Is working, so let's go ahead and let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. Make sure you can hear my guitar okay. Okay, play a little bit of a backing track, make sure you can hear that okay. Okay, so let me know if you can see me, hear me, everything looks okay. Derek is actually on this as well, so he's going to be able to answer any questions that you might have in the chat. So let me start off by saying thank you for being here. This is awesome that you're here. I always love to get together, talk about guitar, see if there's some things that I can do to help you on your guitar journey. Now, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about triads and what they are and how we can use them in both our rhythm and in our lead playing. So, and we're doing this to celebrate the launch of a new course that I just did, which is Fretboard Framework. Now, Fretboard Framework, the whole point is to learn how not to just think about the logistics of, well, these chords are in this scale or in this mode or in this whatever, in this key, and then apply that scale to the fretboard and really not be able to make it sound like an actual solo, or getting bored playing the same old chords all the time the same way. So that's really what we're trying to focus on, is how can we change those things and make it more interesting for you, okay? So if any of this sounds interesting to you as we go through here, there's going to be a button, I'm looking at my notes over there that Derek gave me, there's going to be a button somewhere on your screen or a link or something that you can click on to check out Fretboard Framework and see if it's something that you're interested in, okay? So check that out, see if it's something that you like. So let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you have a guitar with you, because that'll make things a little bit easier. I don't know if there's going to be a replay of this webinar. Derek, maybe you can throw in the chat that if there is or isn't going to be a replay of this. And I do want to let everybody know, including Derek, I don't know if this is possible, but I actually have a backing track that I made just before we got together here. And I want to give that to you if possible. I don't know if it is possible, but if I could give you that backing track and then you can use that afterwards. So that would be cool. So thank you, Derek, for everything that you do for Guitar Zoom and certainly everything you do for me. He's always helping me out with stuff, which is just great. So it says here, there's a webinar discount and bonuses, so click the button. Okay, so yeah, that's awesome to know. There's a webinar discount for being here today, and there's some bonuses, which is cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started a little bit. Now, if I start talking a little bit over your head, do not panic. All of this stuff is covered in the guitar course. And the other thing is that'll give you food for thought of things that you might want to continue studying, right? If you don't really understand something that I say, you might want to make a note of that and go, hey, I need to come back to that and think about what that is. So basically, let's start with just the basics. What is an arpeggio? Well, an arpeggio, the term arpeggio means broken chord. And all we're doing is we're taking a chord like E and we're playing it broken apart, or D. So if you think of like, you know, that kind of thing, it's kind of arpeggiated, but an arpeggio goes further than that. And so without getting way too complex, the thing you have to understand about chords that you play, like E or G or D or C or A or any of those things, as a guitar player, sometimes we're playing 6 strings, sometimes we're playing 5 strings, sometimes we're playing 4 strings. But the truth is, when we do that, we're really only playing 3 different notes. We're just playing multiple strings that utilize those same 3 notes. Now, we're talking about straight major or minor chords here. E major or E minor, D major or D minor. We're not talking about a minor 7th or a 9th or an 11th or 13th. That stuff gets more complicating as we go. And that's great to learn all that, but you need to start at square 1 before you worry about square 13, right? So the most important thing to understand here, if I make this E chord, for instance, what I'm doing is playing the notes E, and then on this string I'm playing B, on this string I'm playing E again, this string I'm playing G sharp, and then B again, and then E yet again. I have 3 E's in there. So if you think about it, if you summarize all of those notes that I just played, I'm only playing E, G sharp, and B. That's all I'm playing. I'm playing 6 strings, and I'm playing those same 3 notes in what we call octaves. There's an E, there's an E, there's an E. Here's a B, here's a B. So as a guitar player, because we have the capability of playing 6 strings, we can play multiple octaves of those notes, but we're still only playing 3 notes, which used to confuse me when I was younger because I was like, no, I'm playing 6 notes. And my teacher's like, no, you're not. You're playing 3 notes. You're playing 6 strings. You know, you're playing octaves of notes, but you're not playing 6 different notes. C would be the same thing, okay? Here we have C, E, G, C, E. Okay, they all work like that. And again, we're talking about regular major and minor chords, not sevenths or ninths or adds or, you know, susses, or we're just playing major and minor chords. That's all we're dealing with right now, okay? And that's enough, believe me. So once we understand that, okay, so in a theoretical term, what we're doing is, if I was to be, for instance, let's play C, which has no sharps and flats, okay? So the notes of a C major scale would be C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And it's okay if you don't know that, but that's what it would be. C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, 7 different notes, and then C, the 8th note being the octave. That's what we're doing, okay? When we play triads, what we're doing is we're playing the first note, the 3rd note, and the 5th note of the scale. So if I'm playing a C chord, I'm playing C, D, E, F, G, C, E, and G, which I just showed you, C, E, G, C, E. So again, the theory goes a little bit deeper, and I don't want to take too far in the weeds with this, but understand that now you understand the terminology. When people say root, 3rd, 5th, what they're talking about is a regular chord. D or E or A. They're all built on a triad, 3 notes, 3 notes, called the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. So if you think about an E chord, for instance, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. E, F, G, B, E, G, B. Now in reality, we get a G sharp because we're in a major key. And again, that's all theory, and we got to get into that. But the notes are E and G sharp and B, root, 3rd, 5th. You know, it's not E, F, or E, A or something. It's root, 3rd, 5th. The first note, the 3rd note, and the 5th note. That's what it is. So what I want to do here is I want to start off by just showing you some really fun things that you can do with this idea in just a chordal sense, okay? Now, if I said to you E, for instance, you might think of this E. Maybe you think of the 5th string bar chord E, or the 6th string bar chord E, or whatever it might be. Or maybe you have other things that you know. Maybe you know your cage system, which is great. That would give you a head start on this stuff for sure. But let's just start off by thinking about this a little bit. So what I like to do, if I think about a triad and I think to myself, like let's say I'm playing with another guitar player and that guitar player is playing open chords. So let's say we're building a chord progression, which is going to be our chord progression of today that I've got a track for here. It's going to be E to D to A and then back to E. That's how my song goes, is E, D, A, E. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to be playing. Okay, so maybe I'm playing with another guitar player, and that guitar player is playing those chords, those open chords. Okay, he or she is playing that. And I got to think of something else that I'd like to do. Okay, so what I do is I start thinking about different places that I can go on my guitar to build some arpeggios and play something different. So remember, we're talking about the root, 3rd, 5th, the 1st, 3rd, and 5th notes of whatever scale we're going to be in, okay? And we're not going to deal with scales in that right now. We'll get into that. So what I do is, let's say I'm on E, so I want to find an E somewhere on the guitar. So I go up to the 7th fret, right there, okay? And I know I can build a 5th string bar chord right there, which is already pretty cool. But let's look at what's actually happening with that bar chord, and let's try and build some chords here. So I've got E. If I think about it, I had E, G sharp, and B. Remember that when we were down here? We were playing E, G sharp, and B. So what I want to do is I want to build that some way on the guitar, and I'm going to show you how I do this in Fretboard Framework. I always like to show people 3 different ways to approach your arpeggios. One is to the left of the chord, over the chord, and to the right of the chord. And our chord in this case is the 5th string bar chord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this arpeggio to the left of that. So I'm going to put my pinky on E, which is the 7th fret of the 5th string, and I'm going to play 7th fret. On the next string, I'm going to play 6th fret, and on the next string, I'm going to play 4th fret. So pinky, third, and first. So right there I'm playing an E major chord, but I'm playing it to the left of this chord, of this 5th string bar chord. Okay, and you can hear the root, 3rd, 5th. Now what's cool about what I'm showing you is no matter what chord you'd be on, you can do this exact same thing. If you were on A, find your A on your 5th string, and build to the left using pinky, 3rd, 1st. If you want to do this over a D chord, build to the left, starting with your pinky, and you can do it. So it's movable. What we're learning is movable over any chord. Now we're dealing with major chords right now, not minor chords. We're dealing with major chords, okay? If you want to play songs across the entire fretboard, or play solos over different styles of music that people will love because they sound great and look effortless, and ultimately have more fun playing guitar and have the confidence to jam with fellow musicians, then you're going to want to pay very close attention to this message. Because you're about to discover a simple way to play songs and solos across the fretboard that sounds amazing and looks so effortless that people's jaws will drop because they can't believe how well you're playing, without spending hours of your time learning confusing music theory. My name is Steve Stein, and I'm a guitar player just like you. I've always known the fretboard was a big deal, but was kind of overwhelming. I've been teaching guitar since 1987, and I just turned 51. Maybe it's my age or something, but I never really got how some people can learn the fretboard by memorizing diagrams. And I've tried all kinds of stuff like I'm sure you have, and it sure has been frustrating. Like spending hours with my nose stuck in a book packed with hundreds of fretboard diagrams, or listening to someone who's practically speaking a different language trying to explain exactly what I need to know in a way that I understand it. After spending all that time and money, it never really clicked, and it felt like one critical piece of the puzzle was missing. Plus, I've never felt comfortable trusting that I understand or know how to do something without applying it in the real world. I thought there surely must be something easy that helps you to play songs and solos without having to worry about learning every chord and scale. That's when I dug through all my notes and discovered a shocking fact. You don't need to know every chord or how to play all the modes to play the most popular rock, pop, country, metal, or blues songs. You don't need to know how to thread all the scales together to play solos. I realized that you just really need to know triads. A triad is 3 notes that make up prime chords like major, minor, and diminished. When you can see those 3 types of triads on your fretboard, you'll play songs faster than ever before. And you can easily combine them to create solos. Triads are kind of like landmarks on a map. I use them to get from point A to point B on the fretboard, and I know when I play them, they'll sound great because they're part of the chord and work in any key. When I learned triads, my guitar playing improved tremendously because I always knew where to go. I never got lost and wasn't playing the same old scales over and over again. After a while, I started sharing this with some of my private students. They started getting results too. So I decided to record my exact method and show how anyone can use triads to play songs and solos across the fretboard that sound amazing and feel effortless. And that's how my new course, Fretboard Framework, was created. Here's what you're going to discover. Simple triad patterns that spread out over the entire fretboard so you'll know exactly where to put your fingers. Lots of guitar players seem like they're spending hours practicing boring drills and memorizing every single scale pattern. The good news is you don't have to do that because there are only 3 types of triads you ever have to learn to play the majority of popular songs and play awesome solos too. This 2-hour course is completely online and broken down into short, easy-to-digest videos where I show you exactly how to use triads to play songs and solos across the fretboard. The first few videos explain exactly what a triad is and demonstrate how the 3 main types of triads, major, minor, and diminished, allow you to play creative harmonies and melodies. They're also powerful for playing songs because you'll learn new voicings so you won't be stuck playing big, blocky chords and your guitar playing will sound more interesting. You can even use triad arpeggios in your solos to create melodic lines that don't sound like you're just playing a boring scale. I show you where the triads are across the fretboard so you'll know exactly where to put your fingers. In the last half of the course, I show you how to unlock the fretboard with the cage system and how to apply everything you learned to play over some jam tracks. This will allow you to really wire triads into your guitar playing and help you see the fretboard in a whole new way. You get lifetime access to my Fretboard Framework course so you can go at your own pace, watch the videos again and again until you're ready for more. The videos are short and easy to understand so you never get bogged down with a bunch of useless information that won't improve your guitar playing. Similar good courses cost hundreds of dollars or even $1,000 at Berklee College of Music online. Or you can do like I did and spend thousands of dollars in college learning what I'm going to show you. With all that said, this could easily sell for $1,000. After all, similar courses sell for $14.97. Of course, it won't cost you $1,000, not even $500. Not even $100. You get the complete Fretboard Framework course for just 3 payments of $27.60. Or you can save 70% if you want to make one payment of $69. But it gets better because when you order today, you also get 2 exclusive live sessions where you can ask me your most burning questions about the course. And you don't have to worry about making it because they'll be recorded and uploaded so you can watch them at any time in the members area. Another one of the most important skills you can develop as a guitar player is ear training. That's why I've included my Ear Training 2.0 course as a special second bonus. You'll learn the secrets of playing songs by ear and be able to listen to songs and instantly know what notes will sound great for your solos. If you were to buy this on the website a few months back, it would have cost you $99, but you get it free when you order today. And if you order in the next 15 minutes, you'll get my 3.5-hour Essential Guitar Skills course that originally sold for $99. You'll discover all the skills you need to be a well-rounded lead guitar player. This will allow you to play freely across the entire fretboard and get really creative when it comes time to solo. With this course, you're going to overcome problems like not knowing where to start and end your solos, worrying about what scale will sound good for leads, and alternative scales you can use to improvise better solos than you ever thought possible. You won't have to worry about feeling lost or confused because your fingers will be trained to instantly find the right notes without any hesitation. So, to recap, you get my new Fretboard Framework course and all the great bonuses I just mentioned for just 3 payments of $27.60 or one payment of $69. And you're protected by our 30-day guarantee. Truly put it to the test for a full 30 days and see if it's right for you. If you don't think it's a good fit, no big deal. Just contact our friendly support team and they'll issue you a full refund or exchange. No questions asked, no receipt required. However, I can only offer this price and bonuses for a short time. After that, the price increases to $199 and the bonuses will not be included. So click the button below and get started today. As soon as you place your order, you'll get a receipt in your email with instructions on how to access the course. You'll also get a spot in the 2 live sessions and immediate access to the Ear Training 2.0 and Essential Guitar Skills bonus courses. If you want a simple way to play songs and solos across the fretboard that sounds amazing and looks so effortless that people can't believe how well you're playing without spending hours of your time learning confusing fretboard diagrams, then you're absolutely going to love Fretboard Framework. And it's simple to get started. You log into the course and watch the first short video, and as you build your skills, you move to the next video, always at your own pace. You can watch and repeat lessons as many times as you need. Remember, this could easily sell for $1,000, but you can have it today for 3 payments of $27.60 or one payment of $69. And when you order, you'll also get the 2 live sessions and immediate access to my Ear Training 2.0 and Essential Guitar Scales courses. You'll learn the secrets of playing songs by ear and all the scales you need to improvise solos over any song. The bonuses alone have a $438 value, and you get our 30-day guarantee. But remember, I can only offer this price and bonuses for a short time. After that, the price increases to $199 and the bonuses won't be included. So click the